Maine, a father named Richard has been living with the heartache of losing his daughter Kimberly for 39 years. While he has come to terms with her absence, he has no desire to pursue legal action regarding her death, nor does he seek to uncover the details surrounding it. At 83 years old, Richard's sole wish is to bring his daughter home. For over 3 decades, he and his family have tirelessly searched for Kimberly. At the age of 17 in 1986, Kimberly Moreau called the small town of Jay, Maine, home, a place with a population of just over 4,000. While she loved her family and the simplicity of her surroundings, Kimberly had ambitions that reached far beyond small-town life. She found joy in writing poetry and basking in the sun. She was an active participant in gymnastics and cheerleading at Jay High School. With dreams of becoming a model, she took a step towards her goals by entering the Miss Maine beauty pageant. Kimberly was thrilled at the prospect of going to her high school's junior prom with her boyfriend Mike Staples on the evening of May the 11th, 1986. However, just a day before the big event, she discovered that Mike had been unfaithful. Overwhelmed with sadness, she decided to cancel her prom plans entirely. The heartbreak left her unable to even consider going. Instead, Kimberly spent the evening with her close friend, Rhonda Breton, where they encountered 2 male acquaintances, Darren Jaldry and Brian Inman, both aged 25. At 11 p.m., Kimberly made a quick visit to her home on Jewel Street, informing her sister Karen that she would be back in an hour. She was subsequently observed getting into a modern white Pontiac Trans Am alongside one of the men. Remarkably, she did not take her handbag, makeup, or any personal effects with her as she left her home. Reports suggest that she went to a teenage party. Brian Inman, who was with Kimberly, later recounted that he let her out of the car around 3:45 a.m. the next morning. He told authorities that Kimberly was still upset after her argument with her boyfriend and asked to be dropped off at the end of Jewel Street, which is half a mile from her home. She supposedly indicated that she wanted to be by herself and walk the remaining distance. Nevertheless, her father has often stated that Kimberly would never have taken such a risk, as she was very afraid of the dark and would not walk alone. Brian Inman claims he is not connected to Kimberly's disappearance in any way. Kimberly has not been seen since. Authorities suspect foul play in her disappearance and have revealed that they have identified 2 main suspects, although their names have not been disclosed to the public. Inman is seen as a person of interest regarding Kimberly's disappearance, but he has not been formally charged. Her father is unconvinced by his version of events. Since Kimberly's disappearance, her father has consistently reached out to Inman, seeking answers about his daughter's fate. In 2015, authorities conducted a search of Inman's 5-acre property, hoping to discover any evidence regarding Kimberly's case, but the search yielded no results. There are certain aspects that may remain a mystery forever. 2 individuals connected to the situation have carried their secrets to their final resting place. Rhonda Ann Breton passed away in 2009 at the age of 40 due to complications from a car accident. When Kimberly disappeared, Breton stated that they were just acquaintances, despite the fact that they had been inseparable for 6 months. Any knowledge Rhonda possessed went with her to the grave. Darren K. Jaldry, the owner of the car that Kimberly entered, passed away at the age of 63 in Mexico due to natural causes. Following Kimberly's disappearance, her sister Karen encountered Darren at Rosie's Pizza. She glanced at him and asked, "Where is Kim?" He replied, "I don't know any Kimberly." Karen insisted, "Yes, you do. She was with Rhonda on Saturday night." At that point, Darren grew angry and retorted, "Oh, was that her name?" On May the 22nd, 1988, Patricia Ann Moreau, Kimberly's mother, succumbed to cancer at the age of 48. She received her diagnosis before Kimberly went missing and was making progress with her treatment. However, it is widely believed that the emotional toll of losing Kimberly proved to be too much for her to bear. Mr. Moreau promised his sweet wife he would bring baby Kimberly home. One of Kimberly's sisters theorizes that she may have accidentally died on the night she went missing, suggesting that those accompanying her concealed the truth. Similarly, her father is convinced that she passed away just hours after leaving their home. Kimberly was declared legally dead in 1993. If you find yourself in Jay, Maine, you may spot flyers for Kimberly on telephone poles. This is due to Richard Moreau's ongoing efforts to keep her memory alive since her disappearance. When asked what he envisioned for her future, he found himself at a loss for words, as he still pictures her as the sweet teenage girl she was, forever captured in his heart. Richard still lives in the house where he and his wife raised their daughters, and he and his daughters, Diane and Karen, are committed to searching for Kimberly every day. All they long for is to bring her home. Should you possess any valuable information, we encourage you to reach out to the Maine State Police at 207-624-7076. I collaborated with KiddMissing on this video. I have included a link to her channel in the description and on the end screen. She is truly a kind person who is incredibly passionate about the issue of missing children.